Okay, Chairman, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. You may start.
Okay. All right, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
And welcome to the meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Public Health, Public Health Mind today, Public Building Commission of Chicago, being held today, August 1st, 2022 at approximately 3:35 p.m. Today's meeting is being conducted by video conference with in-person participants at the Daly Center. Director Sanchez, please call the roll.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, Commissioners. Just wanted to provide a friendly reminder that as we begin our meeting, to please be sure that when you are on camera and your microphone is unmuted whenever we're doing a vote for each agenda item. Other than that, please make sure that you are muting your phone if you are not speaking. But for right now, please make sure that your microphone is unmuted as I call the roll. Chairman Lightfoot.
Present.
Commissioner Camargo.
Present.
Commissioner Dubuque.
Present.
Commissioner Ellis.
Present.
Commissioner Maldonado.
Present.
Commissioner Prackwinkle. I see you on the camera. You're muted. Okay, Commissioner Prackwinkle.
Here.
Okay, thank you.
Here.
Commissioner Randolph.
Here.
Commissioner Sachs.
Present.
Commissioner Whitley.
Present.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Director Sanchez. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to Section 2.06G of the Open Meetings Act, a public comment period will be held. Registered speakers will be allowed 2 minutes to provide comments. Are there any registered speakers?
Madam Chair, we have no registered public speakers.
All right. Next up on the agenda is A3, consideration of approval of minutes of the rescheduled meeting held April 25th, 2022. Is there a motion?
I move.
Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Randall.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. The motion is approved. A4, administration of the oath of office to Maidi Hamilton, appointee of the Chicago Park District as the Commissioner of the Public Building Commission for a term ending September 30th, 2023.
Madam Chairman, I move A4 to be commenced.
President Hamilton. Oh, wait, is there a second on the motion?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed say nay. All right, President Hamilton, will you please raise your right hand? And repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Maidi H. Hamilton,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
of Commissioner of the Public Building Commission of Chicago
of Commissioner of the Public Building Commission of Chicago
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
All right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Now, I think I need a motion and a second for her final confirmation as a commissioner. Is there a motion?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed say nay. The motion is approved. Welcome to the PBC.
Thank you.
We have a little paperwork that we'll have you sign.
Okay.
Okay. Next up, item A5, report by the audit committee regarding the meeting held on June 30th, 2022. I believe that.
Thank
Chairman,
you, Mayor.
yes.
The audit committee, and good afternoon to each and every one of you. The audit committee held a meeting on June the 30th, 2022. Our report is as follows. The PBC's Director of Finance reported on the planned submission of the PBC's comprehensive annual financial report in conjunction with the Commission's basic financial statements for the year ending December 31, 2021 and 2020. Representatives from Deloitte provided the required auditor communications related to the PBC's audited financial statements for the year ending December 31, 2020. Of note, there were no audit adjustments recorded or unrecorded. Deloitte further reported that there were no material weaknesses in matters related to internal control over financial reporting. Finally, we commend the PBC finance team and their partners at Deloitte for their commitment to excellence in completing this audit. The audit committee accepted the reports, and that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Whitley. Is there a motion?
I move.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. All right, hearing none, the report is accepted. Next up, item A6, report by the Administrative Operations Committee regarding a meeting held on July 28, 2022. Commissioner Maldonado.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The AO Committee held a meeting on July 28, 2022. Our report is as follows. The Chief of Staff reported on 29 task order awards for specialty consultant services to previously appointed firms. 18 awards are to minority or women business enterprise firms. The reports are included in the documents under tab A6A. The Chief of Staff also reported on the Construction Manager Guaranteed Maximum Price report for various projects. The list of projects, firms, and current GMP amounts is included under tab A6B. The Chief of Staff reported on a recommendation to approve amendments for the following services. Insurance brokerage services for categories 1 and 3 to Messero Insurance Services. Insurance brokerage services for category 2 to CS Insurance Inc. Information technology services to Catalyst Consulting, and copier services to RICO. The amendment reports is in the packets under tabs A6C. The Chief Development Officer reported on field orders issued and provided a recommendation to ratify 2 change orders that were processed since the last board meeting under tab A6D as follows. Change orders for work in the amount of $18,687.53 at the Belmont Cragen Elementary School project, and a change order for unused commission contingency in the credit amount of $7,316.27 at the Legler Regional Library renovation project. The AO Committee accepted the recommendations and reports from the PBC representative. That concludes my report, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, I move we accept the report.
Is there a second?
I second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The opposed say nay. The report is accepted. Thank you, Chairman Maldonado. Next up, the report by the Executive Director regarding regular reports, development status, and other matters. Director Sanchez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, once again, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I want to welcome our new board commissioner, and we look forward to adding her skills and expertise to this board as the board continues to adopt sound, ethical, and financial management policies that illustrate the excellent stewardship of public funds. So welcome, Commissioner Hamilton. We're very happy and proud to have you with us.
Thank you.
I am pleased to report that the PBC successfully submitted our 2021 and 2020 annual comprehensive financial report to the Government Finance Association of the United States and Canada. We believe that our report continues to exemplify excellence in state and local government financial reporting, and it has been submitted to the GFOA to determine its eligibility for our 12th Certificate of Achievement. This ACFR could not have been prepared without the tremendous leadership of our audit committee and PBC finance team. We want to thank Deloitte team with support from Washington, Pittman, and McKeever, and Velma Butler Associates for their hard work in ensuring the completion of the report. Thank you all for your hard work in the successful completion of this audit. Also, as we close Q2 of 2022, the PBC distributed our external newsletter, Constructive News You Can Use. This issue focuses on our partnership with Chicago Women in the Trades and the recent graduation ceremony of the first ever woman-only carpentry pre-apprenticeship class. We also spotlighted RADA.
I'm going to clap for that.
Yes, it is a great achievement. So We also spotlighted Rada Architects' work, which is a female-owned firm, and the work that they've done on the Saginaw Elementary School Annex project, and also Rada's advocacy for female and minority architects. In addition, we highlighted our subcontractor outreach sessions, community hiring events on Chicago's West Side, the numerous community stakeholder meetings, along with an update on the Wendell Phillips Academy High School Annex project. The interior renovation work and new athletic annex for the Phillips project it's nearing completion, and you will hear more about this project in the coming weeks as we prepare for the first day of school. And speaking of the first day of school, members of the PBC executive staff were very happy to join Chairman Lightfoot in our very own Daily Plaza as we thanked 500 Cradles to Crayons Chicago volunteers as they readied school supplies and necessary essentials to be given away to eager students at the Cradles to Crayons 7th annual Backpackathon. That concludes my report for A7.
And it's a pleasure to accept your report, and I move that we do so.
Is there a second? All those in favor of accepting the executive director's report signify by saying aye.
All right.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. The report is accepted. Thank you, Director Sanchez. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, item B1, consideration of approval of a formulation request on the Board of Education for the Det Elementary School Annex project located at 2131 West Monroe Street. Director Sanchez.
Thank you. On June 22, 2022, the Board of Education approved a resolution requesting that the PBC provide formulation services in order to confirm the project, program, scope, schedule, and budget for the Det Elementary School Annex project. The formulation budget identified by CPS is $1 million. That concludes my report for B1.
Is there a motion?
I move it. I just have one question. Is that enough money for this phase?
It's a formulation.
I know, but
So maybe if you could just,
well, we're in an inflationary period.
yeah.
And-
Commissioner, it's the formulation budget to start to establish, assign an architect, work on the pre-planning issues and the planning issues and identify scope, work with our client CPS to confirm that and work on budget. This formulation budget allows us to do that with our partners at CPS, which is a great idea.
Okay.
So as I understand it, what you're saying is this is basically starting out with the basic work to be able to develop a scope and then put a budget around what the actual cost will be. But Commissioner makes a great point, which is we've seen really, I think, all over, certainly city projects, that the cost of inflation is really materially impacting construction budgets in particular. So I think we would just suggest that with an eye towards, unfortunately, the continued inflation, that the budgets be realistic to meet what's going to happen in the
Or
next
say
6
it's an,
months or year.
excuse me for interrupting, or say it's an estimate, because in the past, there have been people that don't like us and they therefore look and say, why was it? Here's what you said it was, here's what you voted on. And so I think that we ought to be sure that we say that it's,
Absolutely, you're both correct.
Agreed.
We will account for those cost index factors and material escalation pricing and supply chain issues as we always do, and work with our partners at CPS to identify that as well.
All right, very well.
that's a perfect answer for me. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments on this
I
item?
move B1.
Is there a second? All those in favor of the recommendation of B1 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. The motion is approved. Next up, item B2, consideration and approval of a formulation request from the Board of Education for the FY23 Energy Efficiency and Retrofit Program. Director Sanchez.
Thank you. On June 22nd, 2022, the Board of Education also approved a resolution requesting the PBC to provide formulation services to confirm the program's scope, schedule, and budget for the fiscal year 2023 Energy Efficiency and Retrofit Project. The formulation budget identified by CPS is $500,000. We look forward to working with CPS on the successful delivery of these formulation projects. That concludes my report for B2.
And I move B2 with the same comments I had for B1.
That will be so reflected in the record. Thank you for the second. All those in favor of approving the recommendation in B2 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. The motion is approved. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, item C1, consideration of approval of a revised partial undertaking request from the City of Chicago Department of Assets, Information and Services for various projects. Director Sanchez.
Thank you. We continue our partnership with the city on this revised partial undertaking request in the amount not to exceed $19,239,998.94 for work associated with planning, design, and construction activities. The projects and budgets identified in this request have been approved by City Council for the use of TIF funds for 15 projects, including 4 additional projects not previously included in prior undertakings by AIS. We will coordinate the activities associated with these projects with AIS and the city's Office of Budget and Management. That concludes my report for C1.
I move C1.
Second.
All those in favor of accepting the recommendation in C1 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. The motion is approved. Before I entertain a motion to adjourn, I would just urge my colleagues from the other agencies and units of government, don't forget that this PBC is in need of additional projects. They do great work. We open up opportunities for women and minority-owned businesses, really like no other. So I'm going to say to you, Commissioner Hamilton from the Park District, I'll repeat from Water Reclamation and from the county, we need additional projects in the pipeline to keep this great work going.
Madam Mayor, we've actually been meeting about that very thing.
Oh, that's
Yes,
great to hear. Thank you, Commissioner Dubuclet.
thank you.
Now, with that said, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? All those in favor of the motion to adjourn signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. All right, the motion carries. The meeting is now adjourned. Thank you and have a great rest of the summer.
Thank you.
Thank you.